Hey y'all, happy Monday. Time in California on Memorial Day is what day is it anyway? It's 3:04. It's 3:04. Wow, that's crazy. And the 25th of May. And I hope everyone's had a well and copacetic weekend. Me and late afternoon naps do not get along because you sleep hella well and wake up, and I'm awake right now at 3 o'clock in the morning at 3:04 a.m. Ignore my voice. No, I'm not sick. It's just because it was warm in California. And as I move into my spot, I'm just now trying to get to know the weather. And it was warm, so I'm turning my box fan on right now, which you probably hear in the background. And it's reminding me that I need to get an air conditioning system in here. They have the portable types. I was looking on Walmart.com. But I ordered an air conditioning system just to keep it cool because I'm an air sign. I need air. I can't be stuffed up. I have the windows open and it just feels warm. And I'm older, like I'm 42, and I need to have some like coolness going on because I have like heat flashes. It be going down. I will freeze your ass out. I'm serious. Even before even hold the whole 40 thing, I don't know. I like cold air. Cold air is yum yum to me. So I want to be comfortable. So I have the wind blowing in my face right now as we speak. Anyway, so a couple things here. I have spent, again, let me say that during this whole quarantine time, even me being on medical leave, even if I'm alone, I'm never lonely. Whether it be auntie, who's across the way, who's like a mother figure to me and a matriarch, or my sisters, I still have to get back to you. I'm choosing things for different numbers, and I was lazy today, and it was hot. So I took a nap and ate, and I'm learning what my body is no longer accepting. So pork is out the question. If I do have to do in small moderation sizes, I can't do pan sausage anymore, and certain things I just can't eat. My body's rejecting it, which is good though. So I still have some more crab to sit there and cook up tomorrow. And today. And I'm going to go ahead and do a mukbang today too. So you guys wonder what that is. So some people watch different YouTube channels, whether it be ASMR, which is all sound pretty much, and just watching people eat. You get paid for eating. I have two different YouTube channels. One that is monetized and one which is not monetized. The journal one you guys see a lot more. But I have an alter ego, so you guys will see me in contacts and wigs and all kinds of fun stuff. And since this whole virus thing started, I took a break from it because I had no appetite. But I need to start reposting again. You still get subscribers and things happen. I'm starting to build up money off of it. It's a nice little side gig, and plus it's like therapy. Talk about whatever you want to, whoever. But I'm slowly building my channel, the other channel, on top of other things. It's a process. It's not overnight. But I'm way overdue. I haven't done a mukbang in almost like 2.5 months. And so, by request, I'm not doing everything requested, okay? But you can watch me suck on some Alaskan king crab legs and that crab meat and some cucumbers, and I'm craving some beets, by the way. I'll do that. But healthy. It doesn't always have to be processed food. Be careful with your body. So aside from that, I am just grateful for the weekend. I need this weekend. This is the last day I have left before I return to a 9 to 5 job. My pre-existing job I already had, but I've been on leave for 17 months. And it's a blessing because most jobs will let you go after a certain time, whatever else. It's a pleasure working for the government because they look out for each other. And some things might be delayed, things happen, but they do take care of us. I'll say it like that. So I am going back to being an essential worker and have to relearn some things all over again because so much has changed, I'm sure. And I still had other sources of income coming in and rebuilding myself. It's just back to that normalcy. I'm doing it for a reason. Don't have to, but I want to. And I need to. It's good for my spirit because I miss my job. Just not the politics. So, and it's healing. As you heal others, you also heal yourself. Things I enjoyed this weekend was playing game day with my Bishop O'Dowd foodie fam, JB. I enjoyed catching up in the camaraderie, and that's family right there. I enjoyed my conversation tonight with my cousin. Don't mind me. And just whatever energy I summoned and needed, being surrounded by, whether it be friends, family, whatever else, but blessings come. And it's been a chillax weekend. I'll say it like that. Even catching up with a few exes. For Doc, or my doctor, who's also kind of an ex. I thank him for respecting my lanes, and he knows I just need a little bit more time. And I know he's going out of his way and he's showing more interest, story of my life. But I'm not ready. I am grateful for, there's a couple groups, I'm a part of a few groups between a society that I can't even say on here, but some of you guys know, you guys are part of it too and seeing some things behind the scenes. I love the vibration of circulation of healing and healers and people coming into their power. This retrograde has served well. But I also love, there's a music group, Music Good for the Soul. It's the bomb. It's the business. Like, I don't know, y'all be getting it for me. I don't know. Between whoever posts what up in there, we just do some random stuff, you know what I'm saying? Between jokes, not just about music only, but everyone has a variety. It's good vibrations. I love that. The admin, the moderator, y'all cool as hell. And then also, too, my cousin introduced me to, because I didn't realize some things until you actually look at your situation for dealing with narcissists and people recovering from that. So, people go with that in relationships. I'm dealing with a two-part here. And it's interesting because you never realize how much you really dealt with bullshit until you look back after you left the shit. My cousin's a warrior too. Shit, we don't play that. Like, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. We are very happy with being alone in our own company, and we are the CEOs of our life. So hire, fire, and demote accordingly. Let me tell you that. I don't care what level of association. If something is not good for your soul, do not let people disrespect you continuously and allow it to happen like it becomes the new norm. And sometimes people get into situations so deep and try to do the right thing, but then they're so used to this to where they just start accepting it. I had to break some patterns. So 2 parts here. Mommy Dearest, which is my mother, is number 1. And I really did not realize how damaged I truly was. Because the same thing she did to me, she did beyond that to my dad, my stepdad, my brother, my stepbrothers, even her sister. She just has a pattern, but I didn't realize how deep I got sucked in. And people want so bad to love and be accepted and to bond with this person. Some of you guys remember Joan Crawford. And not trying to dirty back my mom, it's true, because some people have seen the footage for themselves and different things that happen. It's a lot to heal from certain things, but to jump from, it explains from when you deal with this, you're pre-programmed and damaged. You start picking up a pattern and start finding relationships that have the same type of, sorry, it's my remote control. You start picking up and attracting the same type of energies, whether it be marriages, because I am picking up a lot of narcissists. She's a Sagittarius, which is interesting to me, but then also the Leo. So my first husband, Leo, narcissist. Second husband, Leo, narcissist. Not the third husband, he's a Capricorn, but he had other issues going on. But Dante, or definition of insanity, or baby daddy, and there's different people that surround you start attracting that same type of energy because you're used to it. And they prey on that. And so I'm not just healing from my mother. I jumped right into the same thing I was trying to heal from with another person with the same type of behavior. And he's also a narcissist on a different level. It's not healthy, it's toxic. So I had, and it's not trying to be victim at all, by far. It's trying to heal from situations and grow and be a better person and just be happy. So I have to figure out what the fuck am I attracting that is keep attracting these people that will try to manipulate and all kinds of shit. And so I'm very appreciative of my cousin. We a lot of us can tell some stories about dealing with people with narcissistic behavior. And I understand the stories and I understand their story. But I still have to grow and move on from that because it's not good for me. Because I'm not that person. So my cousin introduced me to a group. And it's supporting of women who are going through situations. And I thought my situation was bad. And my cousin sat there and reached out to me tonight too. I've seen some shit on that page that have you breaking down crying. Even for my Samoan sis, I still have to reach out to you. I'll call you today. I hope all is well. I miss you. But we all have stories to tell. Why do we keep putting up with these motherfuckers? And I had heard somebody sat there and got shot too. Got kidnapped, disappeared, and got shot. That fucked me up because men do not understand that no means no. If somebody does not want you, let that person go. Why are you holding on to that person? Why punish them? Because they don't want you. And there's some things that my cousin said tonight that hit a chord because the same thing that Dante had told me on some stuff I'm not going to say on here. I'll just say I would not be surprised if I died the same way that my dad did. Some of you guys know how my dad was murdered. And by who and what was behind it. You feel me? People act so weird out of rejection. And that goes into another thing too, is that, see, Dante has patterns. So he'll wait a couple weeks because some major shit went on the week before last. And I did not do that to him. He did it to himself because he opened up a side of karma. Again, lying in the same behaviors, but he hung himself. And so truth manifests. I love that. And I'm tired of it. I can't do anymore. I've been trying to break up this dude for like 14 months. But I'll wait for a couple weeks. So go into withdrawals of me because he used to have me, addicted to me, yada yada story of my life. They always come back. But I told him and made clear and closing this whole chapter out is, you know, I'm going back to work anyway. So whatever schedule and game he plays, I'm not available. I'm making sure that he will never see me again. He'll never speak to me again. We are no longer. I have been done. You missed your shot and you fucked up your blessing. I'm cool. Life goes on. I'm happier without him. Some of you guys see how I get my smile back. I'm just happy and just chill. For Doc, I appreciate him, and I know that. How do I even start this? So, I've been in hiding. I've been in quarantine. All kinds of fun stuff going on. My life is going to change when I go back to work. I'll say it like that. And I'm very selective about who and what I touch. Does that make sense? I'm not ready right now. And even if I am ready, I probably will not be Doc. Still be friends, still my doctor. But just no, we can't do that again. I'm not ready. I don't know, learn to trust your gut, you guys. So, anyway, I am going to work on my routine today. Because I don't know how you guys do your routine. A lot of you guys drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. I can't. I'm caffeine sensitive. But As I'm already an early bird anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep in a second. And I live a couple blocks from my job. You know, I could take my time and just enjoy life and breathe and come into some type of like routine. And so I miss exercise. So whether I get up and do some dance or do walking inside the house, whatever else, and do some stretching, take a shower, pack breakfast, lunch, whatever else I do, like do my routine. But what do you guys do for your routine? You get ready for your day in the mornings. This is a new beginning for me because I've been through a hell of a lot. And after 17 months and some change, I get back to a sense of normalcy. And I don't have to do it. Just because you have it does not mean you have to flaunt it. But I need to get back out to doing what I enjoy. I enjoy helping and healing others, and it's healing myself. I just don't want to deal with the politics. I don't want to deal with the stalkers and the clingers. Call me a hidden angel. But today is my last day of freedom before I go to work tomorrow. So anyway, I enjoyed talking and catching up, even online, offline, between Doc and my cousin. And I'm always sending positive vibrations out to her. I still have to get back to my sisters. I did not forget. It's just timing. I love you. To my fam, otherwise, I need to check on little big bro, God bro, because usually he's always posting something, but he's been too quiet. So he's always checking on me. Motherfucker, where you at? What you doing? You okay? What's good? What's up? And I got your message. I'll respond back to when I get up out this bed. But I got you. I just saw the message tonight. But you guys, don't take anything for granted. For this vaccine, don't trust it, because even my doctor is saying, don't do it. And that's bad if my doctor says that shit. What else is there? Even though everything's opening, we are the highest rate right now for being attacked with this damn virus. And I have survived it along with a few of you. Even though all that glitters is not gold, take your time. Keep that fucking face mask on. Do not get so comfortable just so fast, because it's not done. Do you understand? So anyway, I love everybody. I'm enjoying myself. I'm about to sit there, finish watching this show. That's another thing too. So I'm binge watching right now. And there's a show on TLC called Smothered. And so, true story. So I'm sitting here kind of realizing things about my life as I watch these shows. Okay. Ooh. Hibiscus tea is yum yum with some honey. But anyway. So I know that growing up, so I was a baby girl out of 3 older brothers. So 1 older brother who I had to later arrest in 2018. And 2 older stepbrothers. And we didn't really get close with my stepbrothers until like later in my age, because everybody had resentment because of how things went down. Because my mom was a hoe, his daddy was a hoe, and there was a lot going on. But people remember, like, me and my dad were very close. I'm a daddy's girl for life. Even after he's dead, it's still gonna be life. I'm just saying, that's never gonna end. It still shows. He still comes to visit me. All kinds of stuff going on. Some of you guys have seen some stuff too. But people, my mom's side of the family and a couple others, even my exes, and I look at some shit, they really thought that me and my dad had a very unusual relationship. Like, we're like unusually close. But my dad never like put his hands on me, nothing like nasty, nothing like that. My dad, we got each other. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different bloodline. Me and my dad were close. Hold on. This damn Xfinity TV is going down. Hold on. Put on pause. So anyway, and the older I get, whether it be from childhood to adulthood, my dad, me and him were tight. You feel me? And towards the end, like, and it's weird because in watching this show, I see how Smothered is about how mothers and daughters have this very close bond. and it's kind of unusual behavior. Like they bathe together, all kinds of shit together. Me and Daddy never did that. Daddy was not about that life. However, my stepdad was a whole different person. He's the one that sat there and taught me how to put a tampon in when I was in high school. Don't ask my dad. My stepdad was an abuser. Different story. Sick as fuck. We already know that. But anyway, but me and my dad were tight, thick as thieves, business partners, everything. My dad, he did not give a fuck if it was 3 o'clock in the morning. If I was married, he would sit there and call you and we talk about some business shit on the phone. Like that was my ace boo coon. Me and my daddy were best friends. On top of me and my dad. Now I'm looking at these shows and I'm looking how situations are affected. So these daughters have boyfriends or husbands and the mother would get in the way, right? So for daddy, my dad and my stepdad are extremely protective of me, okay? Some of you guys remember that shit too. Some of you guys will talk about that shit. Only person my dad approved of was my second high school sweetheart. He didn't really have a chance to know the first high school sweetheart. But Hassani, through college, you know what I'm saying? Even after years later, my dad loved Hassani, and I see why. Even he helped me with my business after Daddy was murdered from day one, had my back. But my dad was the main reason. Parents have a way of convincing your kids sometimes. So the first time I divorced, but he was a narcissist, though, I get that. My dad did not like dude. Second husband didn't like dude. Third husband didn't like him either. My dad was picky as fuck. But he always said that if anything were to happen, you know, he would look into my second high school sweetheart, Mr. Bush. Blessings. We're still good friends after all this time, since 1993, you feel me? And my stepdad just didn't like anybody. If you had a penis, you're suspect. Even to adulthood, even baby daddy met him, and it was just very awkward. He had a very awkward obsession with me. But that was for a different purpose, though, because his mind wasn't right. He wasn't genuine. He had some other things in his mind. But I could see how parents can easily influence kids to do certain things. But my thing is, like, even for my son now, you know, it's going to sound weird because we were tight. Some of you guys remember we were tight as hell with him growing up. And my stepdad, who has mommy issues and things happen, he had a tendency to have an influence on him. So where I say no for one thing, Papa would say something else and give him what he wants, but not make him work for it. So where my dad was more, you know, teach to do the right thing, be honest, work hard. No, my dad was on some grown folks shit. Some of you guys remember my dad. My dad was a business, right? Winston or my stepdad was trash. But that's all that my son knew. So when it got to him getting that first piece of them double D's, he was a teenager. We've all been there, but he got sucked into the game and just, I don't know. So, but my thing is I'm not going to try to force anything. But most people expect moms to be more emotional, nurturing. Dude, I'm like a dude in a female's body. And we still talk and we're still trying to mend our relationship now, but there's still an elephant in the room, a huge elephant. And I'm okay with letting go and moving on because I raised him. He graduated. He did very well. I'm proud of him. But as I have a life and never losing sight of who I am, because I did for a minute. Raising kids, you guys know, you know, I'll never forget how my Aunt Gloria told me that, you know, you never hold your kids on a pedestal. You love them, but don't hold them on a pedestal. Never lose sight of yourself. So after he turns 18, what do you do with your life? And what were you before? I had to sit there and yank my own collar back and remember who I was and get back on that path and let him go on his path, because we can only do so much and guide them and advise, but they're still their own individuals. And I can never see it. Me and my son had some journeys with, I've always been supportive. Some of you guys have seen his pictures of his hair over the years, from an afro to cornrows to all kinds of shit going on. We even got tattoos done at the same time a couple times. So I want him to have the experience and inspire to him because he's an artist too. But let him be his own man. He still has to find his own way. And even though we love our kids, you don't sit and hold on that damn tight. I don't like to micromanage anymore. I'm done. It's okay to let go. Shit, go find a hobby. But in watching the show Smothered, it's just very interesting to see how unhealthy some relationships are. I'm not taking the bad. Like, okay, so my families may be different. Females are different than dudes. Because, like, my family, even my aunties, you know what I'm saying, cousins, everybody, the females, you know what I'm saying, my mama, you've always seen each other naked, even being grown folks, you know what I'm saying, nothing to hide, you know what I'm saying, belly flopping everything, titty hanging out, you know what I'm saying, nipple piercing, I got piercing my clit and my nipple. They sat there and maybe go in the bathroom and show everybody. I don't know, not everybody, but I'm just saying, keep it in the family. It's a new addition. And people were astounded. There's a lot happened in my life. But I would not sit there and take a bath with my mom. And there's certain shit you don't do in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s. That's a lot happening in your life. I don't know. But it makes you reflect on how you grew up as a kid and how close you were to your parents. There's a lot that I did not experience with my mom. And I'm kind of glad we did not have that, because I also see two unhealthy patterns where some people remember me in high school and I was dressing hella preppy and in business suits and all kinds of shit. Your parents, in a way, live through you. And my mom tried to turn me up into a puppet, but I'm the rebel. But the show is, like, disturbing. So I thought that my situation with my family was unhealthy. Even with my dad, I didn't feel that. Me and my dad were like besties. My dad didn't do no nasty type of stuff, but we were like this, you know what I'm saying? It's bad if you're closer to your daughter than your own wife, you feel me? But not like that though. But and how you project things onto your kids. I'm just glad I'm past that part, and I'm glad I'm my father's child. I'll say it like that. I just have some memories and watching the show with some stuff. I don't know, it's interesting. But I thought my shit was like, people thought my stuff was like unusually close to my parents on some levels. But this show shows there's a lot more and healthier shit going on through that. There's a lot happening in life. I don't know. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm sitting here binge watching. I'm by myself and enjoying myself. 3:31 in the morning, drinking some hibiscus tea is going down. I still have yet to set my altar and finish up that video. This is it's not bad, but I'm following through what I said for my sisters. I am going to work on a morning routine. I'm going to do the mukbang today too. I'm going to show a different side because there's two different channels I have here. I'm going to show them my monetized channel and one that's not monetized. You got to get to see my alter ego. Don't trip. But yes, you can make money off of it. You'd be surprised. And people keep watching and watching your videos. So I'm slowly building for the non-monetized too. And it's still healing to me because I'm still telling my story. So anyway, you guys, I want everyone to have a wonderful day. Even for my brother, who is no longer here. Even if he was an abuser, I'm still my brother's keeper. And as he served in the Marines, regardless of the situation and how he got out, he still served Desert Storm, Panama, and there was one other war he served in too. But still, for Yancey, thank you for your service. And I know you're here too. He still sticks around and checks on me too, by the way. Today's tutorial for my sister is going to be interesting because I'm showing some things I haven't shown before. Just give me a second. I'm not forgotten about you. I'm doing it on a perfect number. Today's number is 7. So anyway, I love you guys. I'm appreciative of the love that surrounds me. I'm appreciative for fresh starts. I am appreciative of the fact that, you know, things happen not always the way that you expect or want them to. They happen the way that is designed to. And so even with me returning back to work, for the first time in all this time, because where Dante had all this access to me all this time and he can pretty much predict me, make yourself unavailable. So when I ask the ancestors, I ask for Father God, I ask Daddy, I ask Grandmother, I ask Yancy, I ask Lawrence, I ask Bishop, I reach out to up there for help. I reach out to Abatla, Legua, Chango, Oya, Ogun, Ogum, Yamaya. When I reach out for help, and my question, I petition for something to keep me protected and shut the situation down. It's funny how things fall into place instantly. All you have to do is just call them and believe, and they listen. So again, people ask, they think not everybody has to have somebody, because for me, it's nice to have company, hang out here and there. But even as I'm alone, I'm never lonely. And even for your loved ones, they leave from this form. Think about like water. They're still here. They just change forms. So think about water. So from solid to liquid to vapor to whatever form. Same with the spirit. And that's how I sit so comfortable. That's why I always smile. But I feel grateful for the angels that surround me. So anyway, you guys, have a good morning. It is 3:35, and I'm going to shut this down.